the Facebook page and let us know, if it's working.
Yeah, maybe I should give the proper link here. Let's send this out. John, while I'm doing this, what do we got
Yeah.
on the agenda tonight?
Well, tonight, I think I want to do a quick recap of what went down last week because it was pretty exciting. But tonight we're going to call Larry Enlow. We're going to talk to him about his thoughts on the friendly FC Wichita against the USL Tulsa Roughnecks last week. That went kind of rough for our boys. We're going to also call and talk to Blake Shoemaker, owner, general manager, kind of operating guru for FC Wichita, and see if he has any exciting news that he wants to drop on us. Any details up about our home stadium, soccer complex. And then finally, we're going to give a call out to Boris Pardo. Boris was representing the U.S. national team at that futsal tournament that they had down in Dallas, which was kind of the kickoff for the Professional Futsal League. That's going to be kicking off all over in cities all over America in 2016. And so I just want to get a little feel for Boris, what he's thinking about that whole futsal thing. I like it. I love the futsal game. It's very exciting. It's played all over Europe and South America successfully. And they just announced they're going to play a little, I think it's called a Super Copa, but it's going to be in August.
I believe that's German for small cup.
Okay, that is right. That is right. That is right. Small cup. They're going to play a small cup in Orlando in August. So we've got to figure out a way to get the Football Wichita Live super jet down there to Orlando. I know we need to tax write-off, right?
Well, we may have to.
What the hell is he wearing over there?
For those of you, it's the. I love it. Hi, Javi.
Dude, I love Javi, but that shirt you're wearing, it looks very disgusting.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
For those of you, you're blocking our
hey,
camera.
Come over here.
Come over here, Javi. Say hi. For those of you who are wondering who we're waving at, it's our good friend Javier Rodriguez.
Get your face in there.
There you go. Get that gorgeous face in there.
Yeah, come on. He's the best looking guy that's ever been on the show, hands down.
So we're doing a quick test tonight of a little video feed. For those of you who don't know, we're going to be doing the upcoming FC Wichita broadcast, and part of that is going to include the video broadcast, and we're checking out a couple of different channels, trying to figure out what's going to work well and what's not going to work well.
Well, hopefully everything works well.
Well, let's hope so. So, Johnny, who do we have coming up for? Well, what do you want to talk about first?
Well, first of all, let's do a recap of the show from last week. We had, Johnny Markey on. Johnny Markey, the Wichita B-52s player, former Comets player, who was awesome for us. Showed up one game and ball control was out of this off the hook, was scoring goals from the get-go, really clicked with the team. Well, Johnny just got, picked up recently or, hired as the head coach for the Bethany Swedes women's soccer team there in Lindsborg, Kansas. And so that was cool. So we got to talk to, Johnny. We got to talk to Sarah Henderson, that California All-American from California.
We spoke to a gal from Las Vegas as well.
That was Dr. Dre, remember? Andrea,
yes.
Dr. Dre Vidales Guzman. She's
That's
got the
right.
hyphenated name there, Javi. Vidales Guzman, if that's a correct pronunciation, I believe it is. And then we also talked to a local product that is signed over there from Salina South. Her name was Katie Snyder. So it's great talking to Johnny. It was great talking to those girls from from his program. They have an exciting season ahead of them next year. And we also got invited. We're going to call their game against Friends.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot we got an invite to come up and do that.
Right, so we'll have to do that, man, because that's kind of an important game.
Is that game going to be? Is that in Lindsborg?
Yes. So we're going to have to drive to Lindsborg and call that bad boy.
All the way to Little Sweden.
That's all right.
The only way I'm going to do it is if I get one of those
the Swedish bikini team.
Well, probably drive all the way to Sweden for that.
No, I heard that they're going to be temporarily quartered in Lindsborg while we're there because they wanted to meet us.
Oh, how fortunate!
Yeah, I think it's great, man.
Well, we'll have only if I get one of those small, tiny horses, the little red horses.
Is that a Swedish thing?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
I thought
They-
hot
those-
blonde chicks with blue eyes and bikinis was a Swedish thing.
Yeah, no, the little red horses are all over in Lindsborg. That's kind of what
Dude.
that's what makes it distinctively Swedish,
Oh, okay.
because there's nothing else even remotely Swedish about that city.
Really? Well, I've never been there, but they go by the Swedes, and it's Lindsborg. It's kind of got that whole kind of the old Swedish chef kind of thing going on there. But hey, it's a nice little town. Our boy Johnny Mark, he's there with a group of great girls, and hopefully they can go tear it up. We also talked to Dylan Gruntzel, the head coach, East High Blue Aces head coach for the boys and girls soccer team. You remember talking to Dylan?
I do.
And then he's got that, that Corver training ball mastery camp coming to Wichita, July 13th through the 16th. We still got that link up on the webpage, www.footballwichitalive.com. You can go sign up for that camp. It's a really affordable camp.
Yeah, I think it was what $130,
$125, $125 or something like that. Not a lot of money for 3-4 days of, really focused ball skill, ball control camp from some high quality coaches. The pedigree of or caliber of quality players have moved through that camp is up there. Some U.S. women's national team players, some international players have been at that camp before. So it looks like it's going to be a pretty good deal.
Well, it does. And, we also talked to him a little bit about his program that he's got out there. And it is, it's a pretty, they've had a very successful soccer program, including last season, taking their boys team to the state 6A championship tournament.
Yeah.
They won the City League.
Right.
Wichita.
Out won the City League for the first time in East High history. And dude, did you hear how young Dylan was? Like 22 years old, man.
Was he that young?
Yeah. Maybe he's 26. I don't know, but he's been there for several years. He started when he was 19 years old. And what do you say? He's been there like 7 years? Say he's been there 7 years?
Oh,
I can't remember.
See, I didn't pay that close of attention.
Sorry, Dylan. Dylan's a young guy to have had this successful of a career so far coaching. Amazing. Fantastic. And he's fantastic, and he's a local product, which I like. So it's pretty cool. So that, it was a good week last week. And then we get to talk to Enlow.
Yeah, we get to talk to Larry Enlow, and we also, I guess before we get him on the phone, we can kind of, give everybody a little bit of a recap, about that game, because for those, who may just be getting spun up and be getting familiar with the with FC Wichita, the league they play in, the NPSL,
right?
The Tulsa Roughnecks play in a different league, different division, and so it's not one of those exactly all things are equal type of situation. So maybe, John, if you can just give a little bit of back history about the stage that the team from FC Wichita was in, and then the two different leagues that those two teams play in, and kind of so people have a little bit better understanding.
Well, sure. Yeah, absolutely. Well, first of all, Wichita's playing
and not to interrupt you, but this man has not brought me my iced tea. Well, or did he? Is it back here? Nope.
No, he hasn't. We'll flag him down. I'm waving at him. No. He's ignoring. Anyway, NPSL is the league that FC Wichita is going to be playing in. It's a developmental league. Players are not paid. All amateur, a lot of college players. It's developmental. It's, fourth division soccer in America. USL, second division soccer in America. It's the next step to playing in the MLS. And so we played a friendly with that club, with the club in the USL, Tulsa Roughnecks. So we knew it was going to be rough. And this is basically how it went. Do you have volume on my phone?
I can
Give me some
you
volume on the phone because I have
volume. Okay.
Yeah, I have a sound bite from.
Oh, here we go. Well, that doesn't sound like the
There it
FC
is.
game.
I grab a dog, and I choke him, and I kick the shit out of him. And I all day long, I put up a dog's ass. Just bang, bang, bang up his ass. That's my pleasure.
And that's basically what happened.
Well,
That's basically what happened. We got lit up 8-0. And
yes, in a minor apology for the S word.
and the A word was in there too.
Well, that's okay.
Is it?
Yeah.
The S word's bad?
I mean, our goal has been to keep it relatively PG so that parents aren't sitting there or my young child Josh Jr. going, "Mom, you're never going to believe what I heard on Dad's podcast today."
Josh Jr., I'm very sorry. This is Uncle Johnny.
Well, believe me, he's heard plenty worse from his mother, but she'll like to.
This is Uncle Johnny. Josh.
Hey, look at that. We have one viewer finally tuning in.
Who is it? Can we tell who it is?
Well, I don't know, but
it's you.
No, it's not me.
Oh, okay. It said you right there on the screen. Anyway, so it wasn't easy. We lost 8-0. And I think Larry will talk a little bit more about this NPSL, this friendly with the Tulsa Roughnecks. You know, we had Pittman there for a little bit, but we didn't have, in essence, any of these other big player signings. We didn't have Matt Clare. I don't believe Kevin Tenike played. So we were missing. And it was an opportunity for, Larry and Jamie Harding and Sammy and the other coaches, Brent, to get a look at some guys and to give some guys an opportunity to try to earn a roster spot. And some guys might have, and some guys might have absolutely blown it. I was talking to a supporter, one of the supporters, Daniel Green, was there, and Daniel saw a couple great things. He saw some things that he said weren't great. I don't know who they were, but he was basically saying, where is it out here? He texted it to me. He goes, there was 2 kids on the left side playing the left side of the first half, really short, but their technical skills were awesome. They were creative and fun to watch. They pressed. It was a style I like to see. So, Daniel saw some nice things, and so that's good. Daniel Green, for those of you who don't know, Daniel Green is the, kind of running the supporter section, the Air Capital Firm, the official supporters group of the of FC Wichita. And so Daniel saw some things that he liked, and he said some guys out there didn't do so great. So, and that was to be expected. But I want to hear what Larry Inlow has to say.
Well, I do too. And just in case you've forgotten, you're listening to the premier soccer show in America right now, Football Wichita, live from the Monarch every Wednesday night.
Yes.
Where we're checking out a new little video feature that we think might take off, might be cool. I mean, who wouldn't want to tune in and stare at these 2 gorgeous
I don't know,
faces?
It's throwing me a little bit.
I know,
to see myself here.
Faces on the there you go. Why don't you scoot over here, brother?
When I look at myself in the mirror, I see somebody handsome. I have a condition that's commonly known to the world as manorexia.
Oh, I thought you were going to say extreme narcissism.
But manorexia is a condition that a lot of men like myself have, where we look in them. Anorexia is a sad, sad thing. Had a family member pass away from it, so don't tweet us. We know it's a disease. It's terrible. Don't make fun of it. I'm not. I'm just saying that I have the opposite of anorexia, where anorexia women look in the mirror, or whoever look in the mirror and they see somebody worse than what's there. Manorexia is when you look in the mirror and you see someone better than what's real in life.
I suffer. I suffer from a similar.
Right, manorexia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
well, let's get Larry.
Let's get him on here before
quick.
this we wind up being that dog with the
foot
in his
foot up
his
head. Yeah.
Well, anyway, again, we're down here.
To call him?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're down here live at the Monarch, where we are every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. We're in kind of one of our lulls right now, where neither one of our teams are in active season or active. What in the hell is the word I'm trying to say?
I don't know.
Competition.
I don't know. The only thing I know is, guys know Larry Inlow's a firefighter. Hopefully he's not on a call right now. We may have to move to Blake Shoemaker.
He's going to.
I'm going to leave him a message. I'm going to leave him a message.
And you better leave him a message.
You reached the cell phone of Larry Inlow. I can't answer the phone right now, but if you leave me a message, I'll get right back to you. Thank you.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
I can only imagine what's rolling around in that brain of yours.
Hello, Larry. This is Belinda. I'm calling just to say hi. I was at the FC Wichita thingy the other night when you guys got beat by that mean Tulsa team. And I just wanted to say that I thought you were very handsome. And I really appreciate your service as not only a coach, but as a police officer for the city of Wichita. I love you. Bye. Oh, dude, I know he's a firefighter. I just wanted to say he was a police officer to piss him off. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I tell you what, let's move on.
Let's try Shoe. We know that we will never be at a shortage for something to talk about with Mr. Shoemaker.
And so here we go. And I'll tell you what, I'm prepared to go directly to Boris Pardo after this. I don't hear it ringing. Oh, there it goes. And I'll leave just as about a message here.
Hello.
Blake.
Yes.
It's Johnny Freedom from Football Wichita Live. How are you, buddy? Live on the air.
Good, John. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Thanks for calling me live on the air. I answered it without my normal, if it would have said John Ferreira.
Right, exactly. And
stop calling me.
I know. Yeah, quit it. That's how usually it happens. Last time I called Blake, he's like, I swear to God, Freedom, I will get a restraining order if you don't STF you right now.
Yeah, that was this morning.
Right. I know, man. So, Blake, what's going on, man?
Oh, headed home from training at my son's soccer practice. That's what I'm a NPSL general manager / owner by day, and by night I'm a crazy soccer parent.
So are you
home from that.
And the team that you coach, the youth team that you coach is the Santos, right?
No, it's actually the U9 Wichita Wings.
Oh, okay.
And
I knew. I was just trying to mess with you.
Team.
I was just messing with you. I was just messing with you. No, I know. If you guys have seen Blake running around over there at the SCSA complex out there, you know that, he's coaching a couple quality teams out there. So, Blake, any news for us with FC Wichita? How'd the friendly go?
Yeah, the friendly. If you look at the end result, it was rough. But 5 of the guys that played are actually signed with us, and we saw Travis Pittman, Kevin Tenike, a few other players play that maybe the casual spectator that was there was like, God, who's that? That guy's going to be a decent player. Procopio came out and played. A few more guys that we've recently signed and just haven't announced yet that will be doing so beginning of next week and getting their press releases taken care of. But one of them, it was sent to us from Sporting Kansas City, from Desmond Armstrong there, that he was on the U.S. national team and is now the technical director. Sent us a player that's really quality. And another West Virginia kid that played with familiar names like Shadow and Travis Pittman.
And we didn't see those guys this last game, correct?
Two of them were there. And we actually had 2 players in from Chicago Fire that were sent to us from their academy. They came in, they played. We were looking at where they were at. They were highly referred to us, and then we looked at them and went, well, compared to the 14 or 15 guys we've already committed to that were not at the game, that don't come in until the beginning of May, we just didn't feel like some of them had earned their spot in the week of training and then through that friendly. So we sent a handful of guys home that were here, that were staying here, and a couple of the local guys are still coming out and training. But, you know, they're at this point, as long as you're still in training, you're still involved. But there is some guys on the outside looking in that could potentially still make the team and make the coaches happy with their improvement and their effort. But in the end, I think we come away from that with about 5 guys that we go, okay, these 5 guys, they're in. And they were guys that we already knew that going in. So,
sure, but you know, you provided an
2-0.
opportunity, though, right? You're providing an opportunity. Right. Now, the other part of this
Any
is they may not make.
Got in.
Right, and you know what? And even though they may not make the final, you know, traveling roster, are you gonna keep some of the guys around to continue to train with the club?
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna have 20 players from out of town are going to be here that are going to be housed. That's our number right now. We're going to carry 30-man roster, and 20 of them are from out of town, with 3 of those being goalkeepers. So the rest of the roster, these 10 guys, are all 10 field players that are going to make this team, and whether they make it to be in the 18-man final roster and they earn a jersey, that time will tell. Everybody has to battle that out in training every week. If you're in the 18, it isn't set every week. If you come out, your training's garbage through the week. Larry's not the kind of guy that goes, okay, well, hey, I love you. You were great last week, so here you go. You have to earn that every day. And that's what we saw. Matt Clare was in the stands, you know, and he's kind of nursing a little bit of an injury. He's back training full force, and he and Travis are really leading the training right now and doing well. And at the game, Matt's sitting up there next to me, and we're watching the game, and the perspective was after the game, they went, wow, okay, hey, I know a lot of these guys aren't on the team. Some of them haven't made it. Some of them haven't played at this level. We're playing a USL Pro team. But, okay, not going out and having drinks or this or that. Let's go get dinner and start over tomorrow. And they really kicked up their training sessions since then. So the guys that have the pro mentality and that have been around and they took a little pride in what happened, and they're kicking it up for everybody. The other guys, it was a wake-up call for a lot of them, a lot of the local guys that have been training. And at the end of the day, it was good for us. You know, it was 0-2. We had a chance early to score, and I know you weren't at the game, John, but Pittman plays a ball in from the edge off of a corner kick, and it was a short corner. He lays it down, overlaps the guy, and puts an in-swinger in at the top of the 6. And I forget who it was, but at the time, whoever we had positioned in at the center back, somebody applying for a job at the center back position, and comes in and wins a header. It doesn't really drive through it, but about 12 minutes in, we should have been up 1-0. We had a keeper mistake on a ball that was misjudged in the wind, and probably a positional mistake with Johnny Markey playing the left back. And Johnny really doesn't have the pace to play the left back at a USL Pro level. Great holding player, could be an attacking, but when he's against the quickest player on the other team on the right side, guy kind of turned him and went by at a high speed. And so just a situation that we knew we were short at the left back, and then a keeper mistake. Otherwise, it's 0-0 at halftime, and then Larry comes out, really changes up his lineup and moves guys around, and wanted to make sure everybody got in the game. You saw Steven Hammerski come in and play some minutes in goal, and when Finner came out, and it's just kind of filling everything out. All in all, that team, you know, they're supposed to beat us at this point. They've been in camp January, February.
Yeah, they already have some USL Pro games under their belt. They've already got several games under their belt.
What
and
better
their second
way to find out how a guy's going to respond to pressure, but throwing him into here's a guy that's 4 months deep into his season and training, and you just got here 2 days ago. Make sure you don't let that guy run by, right? So,
well, and you're playing a quality team, second division level soccer, professional soccer in America. Let's call it what it is. That's what USL is, man. Right below MLS. So, absolutely should be expected. At the same time, it gives some of these boys an opportunity to play professionals at a level they have never seen, not even in college. Let's be honest. And you know, you're developing a relationship with this USL club, correct? I mean, this is the beginning of a good relationship with them, right?
Yeah, the assistant coach for the USL team is also one of the coaches at Oral Roberts University, which is, you know, we will have a lot of Division I players coming in and collegiate players from around the country that are looking to find homes with us in the summer, and we want opportunities for players that want to get the next level, in this case, Travis and Matt and you know, players like that. There's others that we'll be announcing that want to use this as a platform to put in their resume at the next level. So the relationship with them is, hey, what if we could potentially we can loan players to you. You can loan players to us. They said, hey, we have 27 guys right now. We only want to keep 23. Here's these couple of guys. So we're already talking to them about loaning us a couple of their players. And with the Oral Roberts relationship, with one of their coaches being a college coach, he's also sent us the left back that we're negotiating with right now. That the player is a left back and the captain of that team, and he's got 2 years in with the Chilean national team. So here we bring a kid in that he played in a U20 World Cup for Chile, and he's the captain of this team, and he's already talking to MLS clubs. So that relationship.
That's fantastic, Blake. Well, and what the heck is that? Me? Oh, it's Larry Inlow calling me, and I left him a message. So we're gonna send Larry to voicemail. Larry, he just went to voicemail. Hey, anyway, no, it's awesome, man, because that's ultimately what you want to do, right, Blake? I mean, you guys want to be providing an opportunity for these legitimate opportunity for these players to become professional. That's how you're going to bring talent into this club outside of the local talent that we have here, correct?
Oh, absolutely. That's like I said, 20 of these guys are in from out of state or from other countries that we have. We've got a Costa Rican keeper that we're yet to announce. That this kid is he should be phenomenal, but he played he's 6'4" with a 6'7" wingspan, and he's 21 years old, and he played every single U18 and U20 World Cup game for Costa Rica. He's 1 year left in college, and then he wants to put his name in the MLS, which he's got the resume to do that. Right. But we're gonna. It's a great win for the city of Wichita to be able to have this player come in.
For sure, man. That's
potentially.
It's exciting, Blake. It's what we want. I mean, and the bottom line is we want to develop players here in Wichita. Of course we do. But we also want to win, and we got to put Wichita on the map. And in order to do that, we have to win. So we like what you're bringing in.
Develop. What better way to develop a local player than to bring in other soccer cultures? Guys like, Travis Pittman was out tonight with a U12 team. That's the little FCW junior team that, they travel around. They played Orlando City Juniors and some MLS academies. And he comes in and he's talking about the exact same things that, Cliff Brown's been with him before, myself. Guys have been around him that have, it's the same message over and over and over again. But you bring in a fresh face and you bring in a guy that's played in 11 countries, and he's talking to him about the culture and a U20 men's national team versus Bayern Munich when I was 20, and this is what this guy was playing for him, and Alam was playing, and he's given stories that immediately carries just absolute respect from the youth players that love the game. So we get their best at the training session, and then the same thing with the local players that come out. They love the game. He's seen it at another level. Guys like Claire with his NASL and USL Pro and IMG experience and national team experience on an outdoor level. Most of these kids grow up wanting to be high-level outdoor players. So no question. I couldn't be happier with the guys that we're bringing in and the culture that Travis has brought. I've known Travis through the indoor team as well with the B-52s, but you should see the guy, how he approaches training and what he's doing every time he puts his cleats on right now. You can tell he's at home with it. It's where he's been comfortable, where he developed. He's passionate about the game, and it's exciting to watch. Now, I'm going to drop this to you because these guys aren't coming in until May, but we've had a little bit of void at the center back position, and we're trying to figure out. Hold on a second. Sorry, my phone cut on me. Okay. You got me, John?
Yeah, I got you, Blake. You're coming in
okay,
fine.
So, yeah, okay. I got these. I lost you for a second. I got these two center backs out of upstate New York. That one of them is a Brit and 6'2" Brit. We were trying to figure out what positions, when you have such a small turnaround time to prepare for a season, and you're piecing a team together, and you got college players and pros, and all these guys coming in that have played at different levels and are all coming together with the same goal in this NPSL. How do you get that immediate relationship between players? And we were afraid that without communication at the center back, it could disrupt a lot of what we want to do. in the next 2 weeks, we'll be announcing all these players, and you guys are going to go, wow, what a midfield. The strength of our teams are midfield. We got some wing backs coming in that are nice, but we ended up getting these 2 players that have played in college together for 3 years. One of them 6'2", and one of them 6'3" at the center back. The 6'2" is British, and he's really technical, and he's that kind of, if you run by me, I'm going to slaughter you kind of mentality. Like, I care about everything. Nobody
I want
a
a big defender that's wrecking people. I'll be honest with you.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to wreck you guy, right?
Right.
And now the guy next to him doesn't do everything nearly as technical, but he scored 6 goals in D1 this year off corner kicks and in the air off header. He's 6'3" and a 2-time All-American in 2 different track events. So they've played together. The 6'3" guy is the burner and nobody's going to outrun me, and the 6'2" guy is the, hey, I win every ball and everything's technical, and I run the back line.
When do these guys get here, Blake? When do these guys get here?
The second week of May. So
that's awesome.
Larry's doing a heck of a job building the team, and he's got contacts from all over. These 2 players were referred to us. The head coach of their college team is also the first assistant for the USL Pro Rochester Rhinos. Okay. And through Larry's relationships with Rochester, this coach reached out to him, and so we've got a lot of referrals from people that have been guys that have been in USL camp. Player coming in named Ulam just spent a couple weeks. He spent a month or so in a USL training combine. So same thing with another player named Iasu. So these guys are coming in and they're prepared. They have a just academy pro mentality, and they don't want to fail. So we intend to win.
Well, that's awesome, Blake. We appreciate it, dude. Thanks for coming on. Hopefully we can. Well, I want to get you on the air saying that we can call you again sometime within the next week or 2.
Yeah, okay, I'll agree to that.
All right, sounds good. Hey, brother, thanks for coming on the show. We appreciate you with what you're doing, and thanks for being a man of your word and bringing outdoor soccer to our hometown.
Absolutely. Just figure out how to get everybody to buy tickets so we can keep it, huh?
That's right.
We'll win all the games if people buy all the tickets.
Right on.
That sounds like
that's a deal. I'll agree to that in a minute. Hey, Blake.
All right.
www.fcwichita.com. You can get your tickets. Yep. They have a Facebook page. They're tweeting. Get out there and support your local club, FC Wichita, red, white, and blue.
Hey, it's going to be rainy this weekend, but there's a local tournament. I want to give kudos to Wichita Rush because they always do well putting on local events. We don't have too many local tournaments, but they do 2 a year. And yes, it's income for the club, but they don't have to do it, and it brings in a little bit of revenue for the city, but it's a place for the kids to get 3-4 games in locally. And we're going to go out there and we're going to put up a tent out of the elements. We're going to bring our press backdrop that has, the Service Body Shop and J. Joe and Call Cap and MPSL and FC Wichita, all of the one that we do the press conferences. So if a kid's out there, a parent, I know Travis is going to be out there. We got a couple of the other guys that are just getting in town that we haven't done press releases on that are signed.
Cool.
The guys that I told you that played with Travis that was the captain out there at West Virginia. Anyway, they'll be out there. We're going to do some contests and give away some car decals and a few different things. And,
dude, you got to save me a car decal. I got a brand new car. I don't know if you heard about it. I got a brand new car and need to put a decal on.
Yeah, I know you got a new car.
The guy says Rattlesnake I bought it from, but it's a good car. It's a good car. Right? Yeah. Well, I was raised by one for 40 years.
$14,000 car for $6,000.
Yeah, what is up with that guy? What 14,000? That thing is getting better by the minute. Hey, Blake. So everybody, what is it? Wichita Rush, Kansas Rush. The local club is having a tournament this week, and come out. FC Wichita is going to have a tent out there. There'll be some local players. Kippenberger and I can come out and sign some 8x10 glossies for you guys and hand those out.
Our swimsuit calendar.
Right, our swimsuit calendar.
I'm getting my chest signed, John.
That's fine. I'm willing to sign your chest. Man,
Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, right on. Hey, Blake, thanks for coming on, dude. Thanks for, again, get out there and support your local club, FC Wichita, man. Thanks, Blake.
Appreciate it, guys.
Thanks, Blake.
We'll see you.
Blake Shoemaker, everybody, the one of the owners and kind of the main face right now of FC Wichita, Wichita's new outdoor well, I guess I shouldn't say pro, but I like to think of them as that soccer team. So it's fun to finally get to this stage, John, where we're, I think, almost exactly a month away
Right.
from the first game, and we've been talking about
So
FC
exciting,
Wichita,
dude.
For what, a
Oh,
year,
over a year, dude. Over a year. Well, yeah,
and now it's finally here, and like we kind of heard Blake say a minute ago. In addition to finally having an outdoor game here, we've also got a lot of the local players that the indoor fans, know and were fan favorites and will love to come see again. Matt Clare, Travis Pittman, Kevin Tenike, and all those guys. So, yeah, people definitely need to get out, support FC Wichita. We're looking forward to doing the broadcasts for the team. Be a little bit different, little different style than what we threw out, vomited out during the indoor season, but
I guess we'll see, man. I think it's going to be a lot more fun.
Well, it'll be fun.
I think we're a little bit more
little
savvy now than we were back then. Don't you think we're more savvy?
But it's outdoor, so it's a little
slower.
It's a little slower, and it doesn't have, indoor kind of has that more zoo feel to it because it's so fast paced, and where we sit in the arena to call the indoor games, we've always got a ton of people that want to stop by and talk and all that kind of stuff. So this will be a little bit different, but we're looking forward to it too. Oh, unfortunately, sir, that avenue of pleasure is closed to me, and I'm not allowed to.
Those two right there.
Oh, well,
wow, we just got shots from a couple ladies.
I just had somebody buy me a shot, and unfortunately, Josh's poor decisions in the past prevent him from being able to partake of it. So,
I will gladly drink
but
both.
Johnny, thank God I've got my Johnny freedom here.
Well, I'm the only true Irishman here, obviously, but anyway, that was delicious. That was a nice little whiskey shot. I appreciate that. Hey, let's get Boris Pardo on here real quick. I want to talk to Boris.
Yeah, cool stuff coming up with the professional futsal.
Yeah,
league.
And I love futsal. So we're going to get Boris on here.
Yep, Boris, for those that don't know, is the keeper for the U.S. men's national team, obviously, as opposed to the women's team.
Boris Pardo.
What's up?
It's your good friends in Wichita, man. Hopefully you haven't forgot about us. Football Wichita Live. Johnny Freedom and Josh Kippenberger here. How are you, sir?
What was that? I'm sorry, Johnny.
We are
Hello?
We have you live on the air, man. You got a minute?
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. I got a minute.
Hey, Boris, we just wanted to talk to you. First of all, we wanted to congratulate you on the show for having the opportunity to represent the U.S. national team, at that tournament down in Tulsa, that Super Cup down in Tulsa. I'm sorry, down in Dallas, Texas.
Yeah.
It was outstanding. You were absolutely, and we said this on the air last time, you were the heart and soul of the U.S. national futsal team. Huge saves against FC Barcelona. What was it like to play for him? Represent the country.
Well, thanks a lot, Johnny. I really appreciate that, man. It was cool. It was cool that you were there too, and thanks again for making that trip. That was awesome. But yeah, it was really fun. It was great. It was a great experience. It's something that's going to be taking off pretty. It's really taken off now in the country, and the awareness of futsal it's growing. So I hope that it was a good step in the right direction. And I just got wind of the next event.
Yes, that's what we want to talk to you about.
Disney.
Tell us. Are you going to go or?
Yeah, I'm going. And we're gonna. I guess Falcao's going with Sao Paulo, the professional team that he plays with.
Yes.
And we're gonna be at Disney, the Wide World of Sports, ESPN. I think that's what it's called. But yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I can't wait.
Any way you can. You know how short I am, Boris. I'm tiny, a tiny dude. Any way you can pack me in your luggage, bro.
Dude, Yeah, man, just come on in. I'll put you in my backpack. We'll
That's
just hang out.
perfect, man. That's perfect. That'll be awesome. I appreciate that. No, that's great. You know, and that's actually one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about. You know, that's been tweeted by the Professional Futsal League. It's been tweeted by several professional futsal clubs. It's called the Professional Futsal League Super Copa in Orlando, August 4th and the 8th. It's at the ESPN Wide World of Sports at the Walt Disney World Resort in Florida. It's going to be awesome. And in August, the weather's going to be super nice down there. There's going to be, Boris, honest to God, for a good-looking Chilean man like Boris Pardo Kippenberger, there's going to be a lot of targets of opportunity down there for him, I think. If he's not a taken man by then.
There's nobody
I may not make it back to Kansas City.
What? You may not.
I may not make it back to Kansas City.
You may not.
I may stay down there.
You speak Spanish, dude, and there's a lot of Latina ladies down there that like that. That like that. You're tall. You know, Pardo's tall, dark, and handsome. He's a smooth talker. He's an absolutely smooth talker, professional athlete. I mean,
there's us.
Oh, man.
Right, dude. I got to meet Pardo's parents, Kippy.
Did you?
Yeah, they were wonderful people. I can see why Boris is such a good guy, man. Mother, wonderful woman, beautiful woman. Father was a professional soccer player in Mexico and Chile. So just a good dude, man. Good dude. Well, Boris, thank you so much. We appreciate your time. I think did I hear your boys in the background? You got your boys?
No, actually, I was at work. I'm at work right now.
Sorry,
so
man.
I'm just.
Well, hey,
you're good. You're good. I'm in the back room, so no.
Well, they have no idea that he's basically on ESPN right now.
Well, yeah, exactly.
If they only knew.
And Boris, we're also trying this video feed thing. We're not only are we doing audio, we're doing some live video. It's throwing me off.
Yes, he should click his.
It's throwing me off my game big time. Big time.
Yeah, man. It kind of caught me by surprise. So sorry when I answered. I was a little confused. My bad. But yeah, and Josh, I don't know if you can hear me. I can't hear you too well, but I apologize. I know it was pretty busy that weekend when you called, but I'll give you a call, man, or if you want to call me. I don't want to be as difficult to reach as some people in the organization are, but just
why? Whatever do you mean?
Yeah. Oh, I think. Yeah. I mean, somebody by the name of. I don't know.
Nah.
I'll keep it rated G. I don't want to put anybody on blast on Facebook again, but.
Boy, it's if only you were watching our reaction on the on our test video feed, you would have gotten quite a chuckle. But we
love you, Boris Pardo.
Yeah, but it'll be up there later. But no, listen, don't worry about it. You know what the bad thing is, Boris? I can't even remember what the hell I was calling you about.
I know what it was about.
Oh, I do too.
I know what it's about.
Oh, I remember.
One of the things that we were talking about is that camp that's coming up, Boris.
Yes.
So
yeah,
we haven't got all the details worked out, but you may see Boris Pardo this summer at a futsal camp. Not that Boris is a big deal, but he does happen to be the U.S. national team's futsal goalkeeper. But no biggie. Don't let out any beef, Boris. I'll call you tomorrow. That's all the information that you're going to get, listeners, is that Boris may or may not be at a summer futsal camp.
And there might be other special guests.
Sounds good, man. Sounds good. Hey, Boris, thanks again. We appreciate you, man, and we'll talk to you again soon, man. Take care, bro.
All right, you guys be safe tonight. Thanks a lot.
All right, thanks, Boris Pardo, everybody. He's always entertaining to talk to.
Love Boris Pardo, man. Holds no punches.
No, he doesn't.
Holds not a one. Anyway, and honest to God, Boris is a great guy. He's a wonderful ambassador for the club and U.S. national team futsal goalkeeper. Larry Inlow coming up right now, ladies and gentlemen. Larry Inlow. We'll see if we can get Larry Inlow on the phone here.
This is after
after we left him a message. I can't wait to hear if he heard our message. My message I left him.
Oh, surely he would have.
I mean, that Belinda left him.
We do have it.
Dude, is he going to diss us again?
Oh,
yeah, Larry. I thought you were going to diss me again, man.
What now?
We called you already.
I know. I was trying to go out there and do a little good in the community.
I mean, we haven't called you yet. I'm sorry, we haven't
you-
called you yet. But
Oh.
a chick we were sitting next to named Belinda called you. Did you hear the message?
No, I called you straight back as soon as I got in the station.
No, some lady that was sitting next to us named Belinda. She caught a, she was one of the carloads of people that came out to the FC Wichita Tulsa Roughnecks friendly. And, don't tell Nikki Enlow, Mrs. Enlow, but Belinda was extremely attracted to you. She likes cops, she says. So,
Hey, do you remember when the cops played the firefighters?
Larry, do you remember when the cops played the firefighters? Larry?
Did we lose Larry?
I don't know, man. It must be that firehouse thing. Larry. Well, I'm hanging up on Larry. We're calling him back.
Oh, I just shut off the phone. Let me turn it back on.
Oh, is that why?
No.
Hi, you've reached the cell phone of Larry.
See, listen to this guy.
Dude, Larry.
I mean,
we have to have him here.
What kind of monkey operation is this guy running? And this man's going to coach a soccer team?
He's a firefighter. That's all I can say. The dude's a hose dragger. That's all I got to say about it. We're going to try to call him again.
Yeah, this is completely unacceptable. This isn't the kind of show that we run that deals with.
Yeah.
All right, let's try this again.
I mean,
what's going on?
I can't work under these conditions.
Dude, we can't work under these conditions. We're far more professional than this, Larry. Come on. We're not like.
I told you it was a gamble.
Right? Yeah. Hey, Larry, we're just joshing you. I left you a message on your answering machine on your cell phone.
Well, that's good. I like that. So, anyways,
I said I was.
So
I said I was
everything?
Belinda. No, everything was good. We got to talk to Blake a little bit. He said there were some exciting guys, some exciting news. You guys were going to sign some new people, but what we wanted to hear about was your thoughts on the friendly.
Yes. You know what? I got out of it more than I had ever hoped, both in things that I saw as strengths that I didn't believe that we had previous, and then I obviously saw a lot of weaknesses that we had exposed. But that's what those games are for. Now, I will tell you, in the first half, I played the majority of guys that I have already signed, and I was extremely pleased with their performance. We, at the 25-minute mark, had a really good chance to score off a corner kick. Their goalkeeper made the save. But, that's a chance. That was a legitimate chance for us to take a lead in a game where, we've had 4 days to prepare for and are certainly not match fit. 2 minutes later, they come down and score a fantastic goal. Just a rocket of a shot upper 90 bar post. You got to clap your hands and say, well done to that player.
Right.
And then they just kept the pressure on. And our pressure was good. The game was back and forth. They score off a failed attempt to clear a corner kick in our end. And we go into halftime 2-0. And I told the boys in the locker room, I am ecstatic with your performance. If you can keep it up, it will be a good thing for us. I mean, obviously, we don't want to let any more goals in, but I believe that we can score. Now, I'm going to stop there and tell you that it was freezing cold. The wind was at least 30 miles an hour constant, and it
wind
was
in
completely
Kansas?
miserable. Oh, it was
wind
terrible.
in Kansas, I don't believe it.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to believe, but the conditions were as such that me and the other coach met at halftime and said, hey, just 5 minutes on halftime, let's get to the second thing. Let's get going.
Right.
Kind of thing. So second half, I made a whole lot of changes, and I got to see some players in a pressure situation against some high-quality players, and I needed to see that. I needed to see if they were capable of that. Some of them rose to the challenge. Some of them did just enough, and some of them did not do as well as I had hoped. And that was the reason for it. And obviously, in the second half, we hemorrhaged quite a few goals. But at that point, we have players coming in that were on the tryout bubble, that were on the field playing against professionals. And so, you take that with a grain of salt. And I walk away with the positives of the guys that we have signed. I walk away with positives of guys that were on the bubble. And I walked away with some knowledge on some things that I feel like we can exploit that are in our favor from now on, and certainly things in training that we need to work on up until opening day on the 15th.
Well, Larry, you answered a lot of questions that people had, and because it was frustrating to see that go down. But what a lot of people have to realize is, and I don't think they necessarily did, is there's definitely a line between first and second division soccer and fourth division soccer, especially when you have a team coming off 4 days of practice in comparison to a team that's a quarter of the way through their season.
Right, of course.
So
Yeah.
and again, you have from what I've heard and talked to some other fans about, there's some players there that may not necessarily make your roster, but you also have some players there that have some potential for some development, and hopefully they take advantage of the opportunities to stay in Wichita and continue to train with the club. Correct?
Of course. Yeah, there's always a chance for development in this club,
Sure.
And there's always a chance to get seen. And that's why I think we're attracting some of the big players, colleges all across the country, Oral Roberts, colleges in Florida, things like that are calling and saying, hey, we would like our top guys to come. We're not just trying to sell you anybody off of our roster there. We want our top guys to come there and train. And that's what we're looking for, are those players to increase the quality of our program so that not only in our league, but in the USL and the MLS, they can say, hey, Wichita is a top quality program. We want our recruits or the people we're interested in scouting to go there so that they can get their momentum and come, and then we can draw from their pool of players. That's my goal. It's a whole reputation thing where we create a solid program where players can advance, and obviously we put notches in the win column.
Well, also, and we talked about this when you were here at the Monarch the last time, Larry, it's a big thing too, also to develop relationships with professional clubs. And frankly, when you have a team coming in, USL Pro team like Tulsa coming in, that's a relationship you want to develop, because that's going to bring big time players here, because they know, hey, Larry Enlow's coaching this FC Wichita team. He has relationships with multiple professional clubs and that I want to play for. So,
exactly.
It's a win-win right there.
Yeah, we invited the Tulsa coaches and players out to dinner with us afterwards, and I got a chance to sit down with them and really kind of forge the relationship face to face rather than over the phone. And it could not have gone any better. By the end of the conversation, they were asking me what kind of players that I was interested in looking for to round out my roster, and what could they send me, and could we bring the team down to watch them play so they could see the level. And so, good things are happening all the time for this. It's just something that is very exciting, and we're just reaching out to everybody we can, USL Pro, MLS, and saying, hey, this is who we are. This is what we're trying to do. We sure would like to make you a part of it. And it's coming to fruition.
Well, Larry, you guys have talked about it from the beginning. Blake's been talking about it since he formed the club. You and he have been talking about it since you were announced as the head coach, developing local talent, winning in Wichita, putting Wichita on the map. It's happening. We're excited about it. Larry, thanks for being on the show. We greatly appreciate it. We appreciate your time. I called you a police officer earlier on the show, kidding around. But also thanks for serving our community as a firefighter, my brother. Appreciate it, man. Is that where you are? That's where you're at tonight, right?
That's where I am tonight. In fact, I'm sitting in the fire truck trying to get some peace and quiet from these jokers around here.
Oh, are you really? I thought, normally these guys are just bench pressing and cooking food, so get out there and wash a truck or something, for God's sakes. Roll up some hose or something in low. Come on.
After your post on your calendar pic, you might have to join the firefighter calendar now.
Oh, hey, man. I'm looking good, right?
Yeah.
I know. Mrs. Freedom can barely keep her hands off me, man. It gets old. It gets old.
Man.
I have a hard time keeping mine off of you.
I know, man. When you look that good, I'm bringing sexy back, man.
Oh, God.
Hey, thanks, Larry. We appreciate it, man. Take care, brother.
All right.
Hey, when's the first game again? Shout it out.
May 15th against Joplin. Everybody come on out. It's going to be a good show.
We're going to whip that behind, man. Thank you, head coach Larry Enlow from FC Wichita. Thanks, Larry.
All right. Thanks, Larry. It's always a pleasure to speak to Mr. Enlow.
Yeah,
well, Johnny, again, we have completely and utterly bored.
No,
literally
We bored people, but we
3
have
or 4 listeners.
We have interesting guests.
Yeah.
That's all we can say.
Yeah. Yeah, we have totally and completely bored approximately 3 listeners.
How
who
many
will
viewers?
never tune in again. Oh, I don't know, like probably 2.
What doesn't it says 2 viewers on
Oh,
there?
yep, sure does. Look at that. Good guess.
Hi, 2 viewers. How are you guys doing?
Hello. You know, I kind of like this video thing. My God, that's a bright phone. You know,
I know it is, man. And normally people can't see that because, you know, we're getting near the end of the show, and I like to cue up our music that we play for our, you know, leaving and stuff, because we kind of need to hurry, because I need to thank these 2 ladies over here that brought us these shots of whiskey.
Yeah, that was very kind of them. You
It
still got
was.
another one to
but I was gonna
knock
drink. I was
down
gonna
there,
drink
too.
it with them. So maybe they could come on over and be on the air. And well, I guess they're not listening.
Well, they're not-
ask them if they want to come over.
they're not paying any attention to you, Mr. Freedom. But yes, if they want to come over and
maybe they want to come over and be on
kill
the air.
that. Oh, did you see that?
Come on over. Come on
She
over.
went just like this. She went, oh no.
She's coming over. We can convince her. We're giving her an opportunity to be famous. Let's get her on here.
Well, but famous is probably a.
Famous might be a little bit of stretch here. Get in here on the camera.
Yeah, you got to get in.
You're live on the air.
testing,
It's Football Wichita Live. You're live on the air. You're on the radio right now. I am. You ready? So go ahead and get in the camera screen here. And who are you?
Bianca.
This is Bianca. Bianca, I'm Johnny Freedom. This is Joshy Kippenberger. We're
Hello.
from Football Wichita Live. We are a local radio show talking all things Wichita soccer. Thank you for the shots. We appreciate it.
This is very kind.
So I saved one. Kippenberger, he doesn't drink.
Yes, unfortunately, some poor decisions have closed that avenue of pleasure to me, but I do appreciate.
But don't worry, I drink for the 2
He
of
does.
us. I drink for the 2 of us. So would you cheer me on this shot? We're going to do this live on the air, ladies and
Hey,
gentlemen.
but listen, I can bring up my tea. There we go.
Cheers. Here's to good food and good women. Here we go. Boom.
All right.
Well, Bianca, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
We appreciate the shots. Are you from Wichita?
I'm not.
Are you visiting here right now?
No, I've been here for about 13 years now.
13 years.
Yeah.
And what do you do?
I'm in HR, actually.
You want to name the
HR.
company? You want to give a shout out for your company?
No naming company.
No, well, she's not going to name her company. Where are you from originally?
California, actually.
Where?
Inside.
Oh my God,
man,
Ocean Slime.
We're both Marines, so we've
Yes,
been right. Yeah, we've
yes.
been to Oceanside a couple times. actually, I've
once or twice.
Yeah, once or
Yeah.
twice. Back in the 90s.
Back
We're
in the
kind of
drinking
old.
days.
We're old.
Yeah.
But,
What year were you in Pendleton?
1991.
My God, you are old.
I'm telling you, I'm old. 1991.
That was
almost
4 years
92.
before I made it there.
I know. I'm your older brother. That's what explains it all, right? You know. Well, Bianca, thank you for the shots. We appreciate it greatly.
Yes.
Very much. Any shout outs you want to give out to anybody?
No, I mean, you guys look like you're doing a great job over here with a lot of very loud people in the background. So I just wanted to commend you for doing your radio show in the back of this awesome place. So.
Well, it's a
Thank
it's
you.
a
We
terrible,
love the Monarch.
Yes, it's a terrible show.
We are.
You
horrible.
can listen to it on iTunes, though.
You can listen
The
to us.
podcast
You can
is
listen to
available
yourself on
on
iTunes,
iTunes.
and we'll give you the link in a little bit. But you know, we appreciate the Monarch. We appreciate Jen Ray for letting us come out and broadcast live. Bianca, again, thank you for the shots. We appreciate it. Did you happen to catch the score of the U.S. national team game that's going on over there?
I did not. I can barely see the TV, to be very honest. I'm really trying to see what the Royals score is, too. So.
Oh, okay. Well, this isn't a baseball show. No. It's a soccer show. Sorry, Bianca. Yeah, we don't. When we see guys throwing balls like that, it's, you know, no, we don't pay attention. We're sorry. Thanks a bunch, ladies and gentlemen. We had Bianca on there, who's keeping Johnny Freedom nice and warm with the whiskey.
Keeping him all happy. All right. Well,
Yeah,
thanks
for
everybody for tuning in. We appreciate it. Don't forget, go check out our website, footballwichitalive.com, FUTBOL wichitalive.com. Don't forget to go check out FC Wichita. Tickets are on sale right now. www.fcwichitalive.com. fcwichita.com. I'm Josh.
I'm Johnny Freedom.
The handsome man to my left is the Johnny Freedom. Johnny,
You
what
are
are
the
we
handsome one.
What are we playing out to today?
We're gonna play a little bit of System of a Down.
Ooh. Well, all in all, I guess we can't really complain.
No, it's a good life, ladies
We got
and gentlemen.
free drinks. We got to test out a little video service. Got to have special guests on the air.
For sure.
What can you say? All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in.
Don't forget, go check us out on iTunes. Podcast will be up in the next day or so. And have a great evening.